Miss Witsowart, welcome to my channel. I think I'm not the only one that has noticed something that is becoming more and more of a concerning issue in our society, and I mean that overall the world. It's not only one country, but everywhere that you look. And that is that more and more young people have complained that they cannot find employment. You can see that on YouTube, people blogging about it or making reels on Instagram and maybe TikTok. I don't really use TikTok, but I've seen it a lot in reels, in shorts. It is becoming an issue that cannot be ignored because it's everywhere. People, young people, or all type of ages that have maybe even completed their diploma, just finished university, and they are worried that they cannot even find in the first place now a job for what they have studied for so long. And what is really strange is that when you look on the internet to find this a work, a job position, the corporation do offer a position to work, but you will only get rejected despite them having online that they are hiring right now. And that is an issue that has been very much noticed by a lot of people that get rejected all the time, is that they do apply for jobs on the internet, right? Or offers that are presented on the internet, but they only get rejected. Now, why? If you, as a corporation, as a business, right, you are actively hiring people and you offer that, but despite it, you still reject everybody and keep your position that you are hiring right now on the internet. That is extremely strange. And even though it's not widely talked about or about the whys, it is noticed and experienced by numerous people, especially young people, my age or maybe older, that are extremely worried about this search of a job that they can never find, it seems. And I want to talk about my opinions. These are my personal thoughts about why this is happening in the first place. One of the first reasons I can think about is that, from what I have seen, right, is that corporations only hire a very few people to work. And why is that? Well, if they hire only a few people instead of the actual shortage of employees they need, they will lower their costs, and that means that they will get more profit, off the backs of people that will sacrifice everything, um, just for that one job. But the higher ups, they will profit of having very few employees. So that means that they only hire the minimum employees to work their jobs, the stuff that they need, so that they lower the costs because they don't have to pay so many people to work, right? And these people that they hire, they will be open to work 10, maybe 12 hours a day and do the tasks and all kind of work that is not even in their position description. They will accept everything. So for the higher ups, that's a plus, because that means that these people that they hired can work for basically 10 people, or you get the idea. One person will work for a lot of people, so that means that the costs are highly lowered, and that means higher profit for the higher up. Another reason is connections. It is a very not new phenomenon. Even in the past it happened, but not as frequent. And now it's becoming a normalcy, and that is that they will only hire you if you have a referral or if they know you. If you are a nobody and they don't know you, they won't hire you. Only if you are a person that they know somehow, through relations. This will happen especially if it's a decent job in which you don't have to sacrifice everything. So if it's a decent job, you much likely will need to have strong referrals and a good state status in society, or at least in a certain branch, so that they know you in a way to say, oh right, this is Mr. or whatever, and so we will hire him. Even if he's not qualified or whatever, we will hire him because he is X, whatever the name. In my opinion, I strongly believe that it's not that there are not enough positions to work. It's a matter of corruption. It's a matter of the responsibles only hiring a few people to work the jobs of maybe 10 people, but they only hire 2 or 3, so that they maximize their profit, and they will dry up these few employees until they burn out. And if they get sick, permanently sick, or something happens to them, that's good. It's irrelevant, because then they can just hire another person that can work 10 hours, maybe 12 hours a day, and do all kinds of stuff that basically just puts them at risk of health and anything else that happens to a person that is constantly drained. I've been thinking about what should we do about it. Well, in the first place, I do believe that the people that do accept to be sacrificed are also highly to blame, because if you accept to work 10-12 hours a day, you also basically throw your health, your life away, and at the same time you just support a system of corruption, because in that way people in power will say, oh, so it works, we just need to hire these people that will sacrifice everything for us, and the rest that maybe have normal values of working normally or whatever, no, we will leave them, because we need people that will do anything and everything. And that means that we are, at the end, winning. It is a concerning issue that more and more people cannot even find a job anywhere, despite having the qualifications or the will, the ambition to work. Still, they don't get any position. They only get rejections, and that is concerning. And it is obvious that there is something more at play, and not only that there are no positions to work, it's a matter of bad organizations that put their attention on other things, which inevitably will put at risk the potential to hire people so that they have an occupation and have the security of at least going on a path of independence and supporting themselves and maybe the people that they love. Yet, because a very few people only think about their own profit, or only think about the superficial things, it will come to this conclusion of throwing away potential, people with potential, because there is a scheme, in an agenda that they follow, whether it's because you don't have a connections, or because there are people that are willing to work basically 24 hours, uh, 24 hours the whole week, just because they are crazy enough to do that. And so we are left with absolutely nothing but more corruption in our system, and more tragedy in life of so many people, that it's not that they don't want, it's a matter of not getting ever a chance of proving oneself that they can do whatever they are applying for, but they don't even get a chance, because you, as a corporation, as an organization, as a business, are working on guidelines of corruption and deceit. And that's all there is to it. A sad world in which, despite having the resources to give every person that which they need, we are choosing to instead sacrifice the happiness, the hope, the freedom of so many people for money, for stupid reasons of simply getting more power and more money for those selected few that are in a position of power, whether it's a boss or the manager or whatever. It's all a matter of I want more, and so I'm going to take it off the people that work for me, and the rest that can only do the normal job, that are actually sane in their minds and put boundaries where we won't accept them, because we need sacrificers, we need martyrs that will give us anything and everything, and so they win and we are left with nothing but to talk about it on the internet, to be concerned, to be worried. But for how long? For how long will this go on? Because I am sure that it's not a matter of it not being possible. It's not about it not existing. It's not like there are no jobs. There will always be jobs. Always. Because there are so many things that people are needed. But nobody cares and nobody really talks about it. Nobody ever questions the why. It's just reality and that's it. But I say that we should question it. Question why. And let's question the system of which the organization works upon. It's time that we start questioning more about everything instead of just being happy with the way things are and continuing on with our lives as if nothing is happening, because we are working towards the dystopian reality we have only seen in movies. And while we are doing that, we are happy, or at least we pretend to be happy that everything is alright. Meanwhile, they are taking all of our rights, all of our freedom. They are taking it all one by one, and we only pretend that everything is fine. So that's the my opinion on what is happening and what I have noticed, like everybody else probably. And sadly, I cannot give the solution to everything, but I think it's a matter of being at least awoke to what is happening, at least that. Alright, if you enjoyed my content, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, give me a like to support this channel, and leave a comment, let me know what you think and your experience with unemployment. I'd be happy to read about it. Until next time.